Okay, so I'm off or whatever. I'm shopping right now in the store, but I just want to say this. You have to be very careful, whatever who you listen to, as far as like readers. There's some readers or whatever that I look at. Remember, I don't share everybody that I listen to, but it's like I have my favorite reader, of course, but it's some readers that I listen to, and I'm like, okay, they ain't flip or whatever. People, you have to remember that readers, if they can read you and you know it resonates with you, like for real, like you haven't had a conversation with them and they're reading out stuff and you just know with your intuition and it resonates with you. But then more than likely, like they know that you don't know what's going on. You can't see the other side as a divine feminine, as an empath, as whatever. So it's like you have to really be careful, and you have to be careful who you listen to because remember they can see the full truth and they know the full truth. You just don't know, especially if you're being isolated with isolation spills and stuff. But you have to also remember that use your intuition too. Yeah, it's good they telling you stuff so you know how to protect yourself. You know what to do, blocking, freezing spells, whatever you gotta do. But you also gotta watch what you listen to. Watch what you listen to because you have to also remember that a lot of tarot readers are in cahoots with the karmic or whatever, the karmic masculine, whatever. This is what I want to say. Remember, if you guys have been listening to some of the stuff they've been saying with graveyard spills, that the karmic's been doing graveyard spills on you for to cause your death, they're talking about the karmic masculine. I know that's hard to believe, but they're not talking about his baby mama. They're not talking about his mother. Yes, they're doing spills too, but he's the one that did a death spill on you. That's why I always say you have to really, really be careful who you listen to, and because what they try to do is, and just by the way certain tarot readers came at me, and they know, they know for a fact that my views are being tampered with. They know for a fact. I know for a fact my views are being tampered with or whatever. Even when I looked at I told you one of the ways I know is my people you know list. That's how I know somebody keep going to my account. Not saying they just deliberately going in there to just only to delete my people you know list, but I don't know if people are doing that and then also praying against my business doing, I don't know what they're doing, but all I've heard from two different readers. One person is saying that they want you to think nobody listening, they doing some weird with your account. Another person said you sitting trends or whatever and you doing this doing that. And because remember way back, even though I erased a lot of stuff, I was uploading tarot readings, and everybody was like, "Wait, what is this?" And started going to tarot readings. And I'm not on here bragging, talking about I'm the originator of this. I'm not on there doing. I'm just letting you guys know or whatever. So just so you know, you have to be weary. So. And they telling you stuff like this person got betrayed, this person got backstabbed, he got HIV, he got all this, but you know that everything he did to you and while you were suffering, he was laughing at your demise. And also you have to remember that he's the one that's responsible and leading people to all this stuff. He told a lot of lies on you, dogged you out, left you when you were dead, but you supposed to feel sorry for him and you were putting this life to heal him or whatever. But remember, you had to heal by yourself. That's why I said when you finally wake up and realize what you've been doing, you will realize that you don't really truly have feelings for it. Because if you really think about it, in your right mind, you would hate this person. Even though you're not a malicious person, you would hate this person or whatever. The only reason why you still have a little bit of feelings there is because he's doing those binding spells. Once the binding spells break or whatever, and you have to constantly do spell removal, chants or whatever, light a candle and say, spell removal chants, reverse the Higgs, and also pray to the Most High. But you have to remember that's the only reason why you have feelings for that. Think about it. You have to really think about why. For I know the breakup has been for like a year and like 2 months. But think about why you just constantly focus on what he's doing, what he's doing. The person left you for dead, and keep playing games and following you in game stock and doing magic against you, talking about you, laughing at you, spread all types of false rumors on you, and you were faithful to him. So he's doing all that, not no contact with you in a whole nother relationship, and you're sitting up there wondering what he's doing and concerned and warning that he's being set up. That's because he's doing binding spells on you, so you could be stuck and focused on him while he go live his life. He doesn't want anybody to be with you, but he don't want to be in a relationship with you or put effort in or apologize or nothing. He want to live his life. So that's why they tell you that narcs are demons or whatever. They just a part of the reason why he put those love spells on you because he doesn't want you to expose him to the full out mix or sympathy spells or whatever if they're doing. But he's the one that did a death spell. So this is what I want to say. The way God, The way God sets up um the narc and empath dynamic, because he remember he already knows everything is gonna happen. Is that during a relationship with a narc? Remember, y'all both come from treacherous families, family members. Y'all both were scapegoated. The way he set it up is that during a relationship, when you started to notice odd stuff, you started noticing his family was weird. You know, he gaslighted you. It was a lot of confusion. The whole thing between you and the narc was a loyalty test. During that relationship, you showed a whole lot of love. You had his back, whatever. And afterwards, I mean, during the relationship, you know, you was confused a lot and drained. You felt sick, physically sick or whatever. And he backed you into a corner so bad that you had to end the relationship. So, but during the relationship, you started noticing like his family was acting real weird, and it just seemed like just something fishy was going on. In my case or whatever, when I was with him, everybody turned on him without even knowing me. Turned on him, why, blah, blah, because it's like they can kind of look at you and tell that you're of the light. That's why it irritates the demons in them, and certain things that true divine feminists just ain't gonna put up with. Trifling females, they don't care. They'll let you have no boundaries. They'll let your friend come over, spend a nice day all night. When a divine feminine or whatever is, just in general, certain divine feminines are perfect, but there's certain things in a relationship we just ain't gonna go for or whatever because it's about respect. So if you notice, like, if you like, I know in a relationship, I was telling him, man, something seem like it's weird. Don't it seem like your friends keep plotting on you? It was certain situations where they were doing things that they know because I was a decent type person that I was going to eventually break up with him just because of the stuff that was going on. So it's like they were doing stuff and he was so stupid and naive and dumb and playing a game, playing a person that really had his back that he didn't even recognize it. That's why God set it up that way. So he can think that he's, you know, arrogant. Remember, he played multiple women before you. But just so he can keep on just thinking he's the man on my trophy to play her. While the whole time while he's thinking he's playing you, he's being set up in the background by his enemies. And it's people that he ultimately trusted just so he can know what it feels like. It's supposed to be lessons learned on both sides. But that was the loyalty test. If he would have been loyal and did right, it would have never even occurred or whatever. But he went and it sacrificed you, because that's what a sacrifice is, to do magic, leave you for dead or whatever, in cahoots with his family or yours or whatever, and left you for dead. And his punishment was for him to think he's living it up and think he's gonna get something, and the whole time he's being set up by his enemies. That's why I said, anybody telling you that this person is coming back, he loves you, because remember, he's embarrassed and he feels stupid because he I'm recording. I'm recording the video. Okay, remember I'm almost ready to leave. You heard me? Okay. Remember, he feels I'm sorry, I got kind of off balance. He feels shame or whatever for what he did, because it's like he just thought he was right. I mean, you're giving warnings online. That's not your baby. They're doing magic. They're putting stuff in your food. But remember, he's a part of it though. But all that stuff that happened or whatever, you were warning, 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 and it's like he just wanted to prove you wrong. F you, blah 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 blah. He wasn't under magic. That's just who he is as a person. He's very arrogant, conceited, cocky, and don't want to listen to nothing and just don't give a f. So all that time or whatever. It's like, and then it finally came out to be true after he told everybody he was crazy. It's like, how can that person face you again? Now, he's gonna get karma, I heard, because he never, even harsher karma, because it's like he's still in his pride or whatever and won't apologize. And the reason why he don't apologize, because he still doesn't think he was wrong after all that. It's just whatever goes on in his delusional mind. Because remember, the person is delusional. It's like it is what it is. So that's why the karma is gonna be so bad. I've heard several different things. One, I've heard he's gonna get deaf, and the other, I heard he's gonna go to prison or whatever and be gang raped in prison or whatever is gonna go on. Ultimately, he's gonna end up just, I don't know, killing himself in jail or whatever. That's not your business. But the point is, you have to think of what type of person would tell you that you're supposed to help somebody like that when you had to struggle and start over on your own and lift yourself up. It's like, why would you let somebody back in like that? And then once the magic wears off, you realize what happened. You're like, you're gonna heal somebody like that, and everybody gonna be looking at you crazy. Number one, the relationship will never be the same, because you're gonna constantly always have it in your mind, and then arguments, you're gonna constantly be arguments. Okay. arguments, you're gonna constantly be like, no, you didn't, or whatever. Or you're gonna always remember what he did, and certain things, like I said, you don't harp on stuff, but you could never look at the person the same, or whatever, just based on the character and the type of person he is. So that's why I said, if he did a death spell on you, he wasn't under magic. He has demons in him. That's why they hear voices and they talk to themselves and they do the things that they do, stupid things that look stupid to you, because it's like they're siding with wickedness. They love wickedness. Demons love wickedness, and they're gonna go against anything that's of the light. That's why it's confusion. That's why narcs do things that are backwards. They do weird things. They sleep with family. Anything that's vile, anything that's demonic, anything that goes against good, it's like they just embrace it. Anything that's like loving and stuff, they reject it. I was told by many readers that, and I'm sorry for smacking you, but I was told by many readers that the divine masculine, he prayed or whatever, never experienced real love. So he was praying for somebody to love, for God to send, and it's like to really love him. And God answered his prayer and sent him an empath, just to test to see how he would treat that person. And he look what he did or whatever. So he made that decision. I'm not saying nobody can't make mistakes, but what he did is kind of like unforgivable. And the fact that he didn't even realize, or he didn't even have enough decency in him to apologize. It's like, and even if he does apologize, it's the fact that you did it, that's who you are or whatever. So we'll just say that some things are just unforgivable to me or whatever. So anybody telling you that he needs to come back or blah 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 blah, that's an enemy or whatever. That's somebody that is secretly pretending like they work for the light, and they want you to act like they work for the light, and they want you to get off your path or whatever. So you have to be very, 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 very discerning or whatever. And I'm here to tell you the truth. So that's what it is. If you feel any type of ties or love to that person, it's because you still are under some type of binding spell. You need to fully break it. So that's the message for today. That's all I have to say for now.